It's -2. We just had a snowstorm yesterday in Nova Scotia. Today, I am heading out to the woods to look for one of winter's most powerful medicines, chaga. This is when the forest is quiet. Welcome back to Nova Scotia Trails and Wild Roots, where we explore wild herbal medicines, medicinal plants, and go on some outdoor adventures in Nova Scotia. Winter foraging in temperatures that are below zero means that we have to prepare a little bit more when we go outside. Snow pants would be great, and I forgot mine at home. I usually have gloves with me in my pack, an extra pair of socks because I generally fall, always. The daylight hours are shorter, so you can only get so much time in the woods. And down there, I know that there's going to be some chaga. So come with me, let's go get it. Okay, so what is chaga? What it is a sterile conch, and they call that little black piece that jets out, a conch, a dense fungi growth that forms on living birch trees. So chaga is one of the highest antioxidants in the world. You'll almost never find it growing close to the ground or on dead trees. To grow in pristine environments. It also takes about 20 years to grow. Traditionally, chaga has been used as a winter tea and immune supporting medicine, especially in the cold northern climate like we have here in Nova Scotia and Canada. So how to identify chaga in the winter. So you want to look for this black, burnt material on the side of a tree. It really stands out in the winter, and you can see the cracks in it, I hope. Almost kind of like charcoal. So you want to look for yellow or white birch, and an easy way to tell is that the yellow birch has a little tint of yellow, of course, and it really has these small little pieces of bark that curl. When we were growing up, we used to call it the paperback birch, and those are two identifying things to look for, is find a yellow and white birch and then start looking up and down the trees. So earlier I showed you the yellow birch that had the chaga on it, and here is an example of some white birch, and I have not found any chaga on any of the white birch trees that I have looked at in the woods. But there's the difference. The yellow birch has the little curls of bark, where the white birch, I think, comes off more in bigger pieces. Kind of looks more like curled paper in bigger chunks. Has anyone found any chaga on white birch? Let me know in the comments. I'd be anxious to see which area, because I'm on the North Mountain in Nova Scotia. So to harvest this, I generally have a little hatchet, and I don't have it, it's frozen in my barn. A little tiny something sharp and a hammer, kind of like this. And you want to find a little spot, and you want to take a piece like that, and hopefully you can see beautiful yellow color inside. So this is a good little piece, and if you can tell, instead of going right into the tree trunk, right at past the bark, I took more of the outer side, so we can leave some actually growing into the tree, so it'll come back out. So that's a good little piece. If I would have brought my little stove, we would have had a little fire, and we would have had a little bit of tea. This piece may not be that great. Drop a little piece. And let's go from this angle. See if we can get it. I'd say this has been harvested quite a few times, but whoever's harvesting this has done it correct. There we go. And there's the second little piece. And I think that's all I'm going to take here. This here could be another piece for somebody else, but that's all I need for today. And so we're gonna leave some so that the tree can sustain itself. And we thank this beautiful birch for giving us some medicine. And if we were like the indigenous practices, we'd leave a little bit of tobacco. But never forget, guys, these trees take years and years and years and years to grow. And I'm just so thankful that we can even touch a tree. The energy that I get from trees. If you need a mental health day, this is the way to do it. Go out and hug some trees, really. Like, just go walk in nature. It's amazing. It really is amazing. And I thank this tree. So this is a yellow birch. So you can see where a person has harvested this years ago. And when they pop the chaga chunk off, it went right into the tree, and you can see it didn't grow back. And I would say the same as that little piece. If you leave a piece on, potentially in 5 years, you can come back and there'll be another piece to harvest. And so that's why we practice sustainability with these winter gifts, I call them. Oh yeah, you can see this. Hopefully. See the damage? knocked a full piece off and it never grew again. And actually, if you continue looking up the tree, there was another spot right there and another spot right up there. However, if you go a little bit further up, there's a piece. So that piece grew back. It's just way up in the tree. And you can see where it's been harvested over there as well. And this is an older tree. This is a little stand in the same area. And I'm gonna go over to this tree. And once again, you can see there's a spot at the bottom, there's a spot there, another spot there, and there. This tree doesn't look healthy, actually. And you can see it popped that conch right out and it never grew back. The damage, and you can see in there. So that's kind of what we don't want to do. We always want to leave a piece so the tree can come back and give us another piece. Winter foraging isn't about taking more, it's about slowing down, noticing what's still here, and respecting the land through the hardest season. If you're enjoying this winter foraging series, subscribe and join me as we continue exploring the woods one adventure at a time. Until next time, stay warm, stay curious, and I'll see you out on the trail.